God once asked a man named Abraham to do something hard. Abraham loved his son Isaac very much. Isaac was not just a child. He was the promise God had given to Abraham. Isaac was the son of hope, born when Abraham was old. But God asked Abraham something painful. He said, "Take your son, your only son Isaac, the one you love, and go to the land of Moriah. Offer him there as a burnt offering." Imagine Abraham's heart. He heard the command, a command that seemed to end the promise God had given. He must have felt confusion, pain, fear, yet Abraham obeyed. Very early the next morning, Abraham got up. He saddled his donkey, took his son Isaac and 2 servants, and began the journey to the mountain God told him about. On the way, Isaac carried the wood for the offering. Abraham carried the fire and the knife. As they walked, Isaac wondered, "Father, where is the lamb for the offering?" Abraham answered quietly, "But with deep faith, God will provide the lamb, my son." Those words reveal something amazing. Obedience does not always wait for full understanding. Faith sometimes acts before we see the full plan. When they reached the place, Abraham built the altar. He placed the wood. He bound his son Isaac, laid him on the wood. He raised the knife. I can only imagine the fear, the heartbreak, but also the trust. At the last moment, the voice of an angel from heaven stopped him. "Do not lay a hand on the boy. Do not do anything to him." God saw Abraham's faith and obedience. He did not withhold his son. Then God provided, not Isaac, but a ram caught by its horns in a thicket. Abraham offered the ram instead of his son. Because Abraham obeyed, God blessed him. He reaffirmed his promise. Abraham's descendants would be many, as the stars of the sky and the sand on the seashore. What does this story teach us? Obedience sometimes hurts. God may ask us to let go of something dear, our comfort, our plans, our loved ones, our dreams. Obedience may not make sense in the moment. Abraham did not understand. He only trusted that God would provide. Obedience proves our faith. Abraham trusted that God could even raise the dead if needed. Obedience brings blessing, not always in the way we expect, but through God's promise. If you are facing a trial today, a voice telling you to do what seems painful or to give up what you love, remember Abraham's willingness to obey. Remember how God provided in the moment of greatest test. Obedience is not always easy. It may feel like walking into darkness, but when we trust God and obey, God shows himself faithful. He may not remove the pain, but he will be the provision, the hope, the rescue. Let this story inspire your heart. Let it remind you, real faith shows itself when we obey, even when it hurts, even when we don't understand. So when God calls you to sacrifice of fear, of pride, of comfort, respond, "Here I am." Walk forward in faith and trust that God will provide.